I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music. Here's part 4 of our interview with Gil Moore of Triumph. Remember, the entire interview will be on our Canadian channel. If you want to get right straight to the whole thing, there'll be a link at the very top of the description of this video. As most of you know, I've talked to Rick Emmett, I think about 7, maybe 8 times in the past. We spoke with Mike Levine in the last year twice, but I've never had Gil Moore and really enjoyed talking to him. He's a real nice guy. What do you think is the defining Triumph album? From your perspective as a drummer, singer, what's the one that you can walk away and say, yeah, that's got it?
Well, you know what?
Not the one necessarily that sold the most.
It's hard to say when you're in a band because I don't know if most musicians are like me, but I'm always a fan of other bands. So if you ask me, like, what's the best Deep Purple album, I'd go, it's Machine Head. What's the best Led Zeppelin album? I'd say, Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. They had so many that were the best. Physical Graffiti. Where do you go with that? It's hard when it's your own band because you're just, you're looking in the mirror and going, it's for other people to judge, not me. I would say my own personal feeling, I guess, relates back to the recording process. And I like the way we recorded Allied Forces, like the spirit of the band, the tones that we got on that record. Some of the, just the fact that it was called Allied Forces, which was, it was a tongue-in-cheek military-themed song. But really, the lyric, if you read between the lines, the Allied Forces, we were referring to our fans as the Allied Forces. And so it's a song about the fans. I always felt, and I still feel, the fans are what made Triumph. I mean, it was that, again, it's back to what I said about success and failure. I had plenty of failure playing in bands before Triumph. So I know what it's like to have an audience just kind of go, And when you finally have that audience turn around and go, "Hey, you guys are awesome!" Like that's an amazing thing when it's one person or 10 people, but when it's thousands of people doing that. So that's the whole concept of that song. It became the title track on the album, and I think it didn't get the most airplay. I mean, of course, it's not Fight the Good Fight or Lay It on the Line or but it does define who our fans are, I think, even to this day. And so kind of cool for that reason. We played it every night at every Triumph show ever. If I had to pick another song, so this is not the same album, but the song Rock and Roll Machine, we played that every single concert we ever played. And that song is actually, I wrote the lyrics about Rick Emmett. So it's, again, a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but to me, the Rock and Roll Machine on the one hand was the band, because I felt like as a three-piece, we were like a machine, right? You have these 3 gears and they all had to mash, otherwise the whole thing would collapse. But the lyric in the verse is about Rick playing guitar, and kind of in the same way, I guess, that the Johnny B. Good lyric about playing guitar like ringing a bell. That's kind of what I always thought of with Rick, playing behind him as a drummer. I would always look at him and I go, there he goes, man. He's playing guitar like ringing a bell.
Make sure you comment on our videos, like our videos. We love it when you do. It really helps them perform. Share them on any groups you may be part of, and subscribe to our channel. I'm John Beaudin. This is Rock History Music.